As discussed in the last video, let the input acceleration be negative sum of current velocity and position. The intuition behind this is when the velocity and the position are non-zero, an opposing force will be acting on the body to make them zero. Let us see the same in Simulink. Let us call this system as system 6. The definition goes as x1 dot equal to x2, x2 dot equal to minus x1 minus x2. In the Simulink model, you can see the acceleration, which is the x2 dot. It is the sum of minus x1 and minus x2. The initial position of the system is kept at 10 units. The initial velocity of the system is kept at 5 units. In this case, if the position is non-zero and the velocity is non-zero, a corrective action in terms of force is taken in the system. From our previous experiments, we can guess that in this system, with this system definition, we will be able to bring the system to position 0 and make the velocity of the body 0 at position 0, and we will be able to keep the body at the same position. Let us simulate the system. You can see the simulated plots in the left hand side and the VR simulation on the right hand side. You can see that the position and the velocity of the body will go to 0 as t tends to infinity, but it is in the region of near to 0 even before that, and the velocity of the body remains at almost 0 at position 0. This was our objective and it is met with this definition. Let us try to analyze the plots of the system. Let us take the position and the velocity plot. Position starts with plus 10 units. Velocity starts with plus 5 units. So the force, which is the negative sum of position and velocity, will start at minus 15. So minus 15 units of force will be acting on the body opposite to its velocity. Initially the velocity is positive, so the position of the body increases in the right hand side. The velocity reduces gradually, it becomes 0, then it becomes negative, the body starts moving in the left hand side. It starts approaching the position 0. And this phenomena continues until both the position and the velocity of the body becomes 0. Thus, the force acting on the body also becomes 0. So in this case, our objective is achieved. Let us take a look at the Simulink model once again. Here, the position, the velocity are the states of the system. We are taking the states and feeding them back as the input to the system. So this is a closed loop system. In this case, the corrective action is taken based on the current state of the system. Or we can say the control action is based on the state of the system. This kind of controller design is state feedback controller. The type of problem that we were trying to solve of taking the states of a system to 0 is regulation problem. More detail regarding state feedback controller is attached in the document in the link below. If you take a look at the Simulink model, by varying the variable k position 1 and k velocity 1, we can vary the performance parameter of this controller design. By performance parameter, I mean how fast are you going to reach your objective and many more. In all our experiment, we have neglected the disturbance term. In this case, we are able to achieve our objective by taking feedback of all these states. So the full state feedback controller, with the help of full state feedback controller, we are able to achieve the objective. But will the same system work if there is a disturbance in the system? Let us find out in the next video.